guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Wimbledon. Now, I've been starting to wonder if we've been getting homesick a little bit lately, because it seems that once the players leave a sort of area code around Wimbledon, they seem to have, well, absolutely no footballing ability anymore. Now, that obviously isn't all down to them, it's partly down to me, and we've been trying to solve that this month, and I think I am onto something. So, enjoy some highlights, and I will join you guys in a sec. Fernandez now. All the way across the box, and Nasri's there. It goes straight over the defender's head, and it's 1-0 to Spurs. Samir Nasri, disappointing. Dele Alli through the ball goes. Aspas is in. Aspas has not scored, but Bellarabi on the rebound makes it 2-0 to Spurs. This is going to be the same old crap. Different formation, same old crap. Nasri's free kick. Ball in, Castillejo. Goal, simple as. There we go. Lovely old job for Spurs. 3-0, probably 9. Spurs 3, Wimbledon 0. Same old stuff. Slips it through for Masek. Can he get it around the corner for Murphy? And it's in. Wimbledon 1, Huddersfield Town 0 in a massive battle at the bottom. A 6-pointer against Huddersfield, and we have the lead. Can he turn his man, get a shot away? Murphy goes round a few. Murphy's through again, and Murphy scored again. Wimbledon 2, Huddersfield Town 0. Murphy off the bench to score twice. What a performance from him. There we go. 2-0 to Wimbledon. The home form continues, and Colin Murphy with the hero goals. Aga's free kick. Oh my god, we've scored a free kick. Villa 0, Wimbledon 1, Tobias Agger puts us in the lead at Villa Park. What a result this would be. Delicious ball in. Do not concede here, guys. No, Taylor! Oh, it's gone in. Heartbreak here at Villa Park. Charlie Austin equalises for Villa in the 88th minute. We were so close to a first away win of the season. We played really well today. It's not happening. Villa 1, Wimbledon 1. A good away point, but we could have so nearly won that. Right, guys, we're back. And before we get into anything, if we could smash that like button, if you're enjoying the double upload weekend, because I just realised I didn't even talk about it earlier, but this should, in fact, be part of one. So if you are enjoying it so far, and you've been enjoying the series so far, then do smash that like button. If we could get 500, that'd be fantastic. Now, and we're going to do a question today as well, while you take a look at the league. And as you can see, we are 4 points above the relegation zone, and it really could have been 6. We were so close to winning at Villa. I know that on the stats at the end, it looked like they were the better side, but that was basically because in the end, I decided to try and just sit and absorb the pressure. And that's why I don't do that. People keep saying every time, like, we get into a lead like that, oh, go defensive, go contain. It doesn't work. I've just never found that to work. It just basically goes score and then have a few shots and score. And unfortunately, they did, albeit from a corner. But the point is, it's still a good point on the road, and it's better than now, basically. So that's that. And the other teams around us are doing so poorly that it's given us a chance, basically. I think we may have a chance of staying up this year, simply because of how poor some of the other teams have been. Anyway, question today is this. How long did it take you to get good at FM? Now, I only chose this question because it sort of comes in quite nicely with where we are right now, and I still don't think I'm any good at FM, and I feel like the moment that I start to pretend or to claim that I am any good at it is the moment that I stop learning. And yeah, okay, I'm willing to admit that we've done reasonably well. We've got 3 promotions on the bounce, fair enough. I'm willing to admit that I'm okay at the game, but my point is that I still feel that there's so many people that are so better at this game than I am, and I'm always trying to learn, so I don't think I'm ever going to say that I'm good at it, because that's when you stop learning, I feel like. So yeah, it's taken me to get to this point. I've only been playing FM since FM13, remember, and that was only casually. I played FM14 a bit more religiously, and FM15, of course, was when I started the channel. Well, a little bit of FM14. So yeah, that's basically how that went. So it's taken that long, but I really feel that this year, with the Pro Zone stats and the way I've really tried to analyse things, I think I've taken it a step further for myself. Anyway, that's my opinion on that. So how long do you guys think it took you to get good at FM? If you are any good at it, I'm sure you're a lot better than me. Some of you in the comments definitely are. So there we go. Right, let's get into things today. So as you can see, we are of course 16th place. That is a dream come true. Now, do you remember at the end of the last episode? I'm just going to show you the squad while I talk about this. At the end of the last episode, I said to you, I'm going to try and see if the board give us any money in January. But I thought to myself, can I rely on them actually to give me the money, or shall I just go and ask for it? I've never asked for money from the board before, because usually they say no and it just seems to piss them off. But this time I decided to go for it. So I thought, all right, maybe they'll give us like 5 million or something to spend in January. Spending it would be difficult, but still. £31 million! They gave me £31 million in the transfer budget, and I've managed to spend exactly none of it, because seriously, no one wants to fucking join us. It is a joke. I have approached 26 players so far, some of which I hadn't even got fully scouted yet, which was a mistake on my part, and maybe it's a good thing that they didn't sign for us. Not a single one of them, some of them didn't even look that good, but I just needed to get bodies in, would not join us. They wouldn't join us. It was really bad. So I've spent none of the money yet. We've got January, and a few players have joined us, but unfortunately, as you can see, Nenad Planic, Kim Dong-hwan, and who's the other one? There's a goalkeeper. No, there's a midfielder as well called Aristide Diallo, but I don't think he's in this squad. I have applied for work permits, and now all of them are internationals, which means that in theory we should get the work permits. But if I don't, then we're buggered again. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a tough one on that sense. Also, remember, in that game against Villa, we had 5 players suspended for that game, hence the back line of Nightingale, Granderson, I don't even know who was in that game. It was a terrible backline, and we managed to get away with that, frankly. And if that's how well we can play like that, then I'll be pretty happy. Anyway, let's jump into the fixture for today's game. It is at home against Swansea City. I'm just going to spin my leg off this chair. Apologies. They're below us in the league, and we're at home. We should be able to beat them. Now, they're playing 4-4-2. Now, this month, the thing I said about the away tactic, this is what I've been doing away from home. Now, this is essentially, for the most part, my Yortaball tactic. I originally built it for this save anyway, but I've not really used it up to this point because I wanted to try and develop something in addition to that suited the players we had. But I figured, why not try it out now? That's the backline we had for the last game, by the way. I mean, look at how weak this was in places. Frankham there at right back, Granderson, Nightingale. I mean, look at this. And we got a draw, so fair play to us on that one. But yeah, so we're not going to be playing that today, though. It's on control. That's the main difference. I found that playing control away from home, weirdly, although I forgot to do it against Spurs, which is why we got spanked, although I think we would have lost anyway, seems to be a weird way that makes this tactic work. Obviously, they're taking a little while to get used to it, so that could take some time. But today we're going to go back to Orinoco, the standard one. Oh, really? I don't want to put him in if he's not fit. Another player I really want to another position I really want to try and strengthen in is... actually, I'll tell you what, it might be worth just putting him in. It's such an important game. I cannot wait to get Nigord back, but frankly, we need someone like... we need a right back, and that's why we brought in the South Korean dude, Kim Dong-hwan, who can play on both sides naturally. So that's massive for us. Let's just jump straight into the game now, basically. Fabio Mailey, Kovarik, Masek, Reeves, Aga, Toure, Listel, Anderson, unfortunately, Byrne, and Bachmann. I saw a lot of people, because literally the episode where we got promoted went out last night. It is Wednesday now when I'm recording this, so just remember I'm quite a few episodes ahead, so please just bear that in mind when giving suggestions, because it is so difficult, and I know that I can't do something, and there's people saying, oh, you've got to do this. I can't. It just isn't going to happen. But there you go, and it's probably going to get more over Christmas, because of course over Christmas, now my Christmas schedule won't change that much. There probably won't be a video on Christmas Day because nobody watches them anyway, and I will probably be busy. But moreover than... hang on, we forgot to turn the highlights on. Moreover than that is the fact that I might, however, if you guys fancy it, might do like a one-off video with FC Santa Claus in Finland or something, just like a Christmas special where we take charge of them, just for the lols, basically, in like a one-off video. So that might be quite fun. So if you want to see that, do let me know in the comments as well. Is there anything else I want to quickly talk about? Nope, that's pretty much it. Right, let's get into the game. We need to win here. Swansea are below us in the league, and that's saying something because we're appalling. So we need to come up with a big victory here. Toure does... what the fuck? Right, what is that crap? Oh, come on now. Right, what really pissed me off there is the fact that my defender could easily win the ball and then he just walks the other bloody way. That is, like, that would never happen in real life. And then it's basically led to Toure committing the foul to concede a penalty there. I don't know how that's even happened. Fair enough, Toure shouldn't have won the ball initially, but the centre-back should have. No excuses there. Ayew steps up and he scored, and now we trail against one of the teams below us. We needed this. This was a springboard to better things. We beat Huddersfield here, albeit with a little bit of luck late on by bringing on Colin Murphy, but what a piss poor start. I'm blaming that on number 4, who I think is... who is number 4? Actually, can't think of who number 4 is. It's not Anderson, is it? It's the other one. It's Listel. That was very, very bad. And it's interesting because Listel has actually performed quite well this season. But one thing I did notice when looking at the stats and analysing and comparing is that Toure's tackles won percentage is just so low, and he gets caught in possession a lot. And yes, I know we need to get rid of him, but it's not as simple as that. It's about finding someone to replace them. You know, I've been very interested in people's expectations for the season, looking at this episode where we got promoted. People saying, you're never going to survive. Some people saying, oh yeah, you'll get like top half. No chance. Oh, go on Fabio. Yes! There we go. Instant equaliser. Shocking goalkeeping, I should point out as well. But Fabio's in there again with his 13th of the season. And even in a season where we're playing this badly, Fabio's got goals. I'm really hoping that at the end of this year, I can organise a transfer package for Fabio, because I think he's got potential to be like the striker in this save. People keep pointing out that his hair keeps changing. I have not noticed it myself, but apparently it does, so I don't know. It might just be because I keep clearing the cache when I'm loading stuff for other skins, because I use a different skin when I'm playing my Yortaball save, but I don't think it suits this tactic very well, and I don't like it for YouTube stuff. I like to use the default stuff. If you're interested in what it is, it's the Vitrex one, I think, because it looks really nice with the panels and stuff that you can get. Whalebok slips it through, and it's oh my god, runs straight through his legs. Cook, we're doing okay. Toure's done well there. He's actually intercepted a ball. Listel, yeah, it was Listel that made the horrible decision. That's really bad again. Right, we need to look at how we can get out of this here, because we're doing okay. Welbeck as well at Swansea. Right, he's never going to score from that angle. Terrible play, but Sigurdsson, this is still going to turn into a goal, isn't it? Taylor, we've got 2 men up still, which is fine. Dembele's through, Caicedo, and that's a goal. Listel clears it to Fabio. So it's 1-1. Swansea are actually pushing quite high. That's what I've noticed so far. They're actually closing down quite considerably, and I'm wondering if maybe we just push the tempo a little bit. considering we've got 66% possession. If we up the tempo a little bit, might be able to move it around them a little bit quicker. It's good to get off the mark with a goal. That's fantastic, but we need that second goal. We can't afford another repeat of the Everton game, where we were really good, although this one we haven't actually been that good so far. And then we just ended up buggering it up. Of course, we will look at the Pro Zone stats in a second. And Southampton are cruising up the league. Remember, we beat them 3-0 very comfortably. Here we go. Reeves, if we can get ourselves in front here. God, we need a right back. Johnny Byrne is no right back. Kavarik, bit of space, off the post. The chance was there. They've got 2 men up the pitch though, and oh my life. Somebody get back. I'm surprised Welbeck didn't play the ball first time, actually. I have to say, I'm very shocked about that. Dembele, great tackle from Johnny, but okay, looked like a great tackle from Johnny Byrne. But we actually scored a free kick. Aga actually stepped up and scored us a free kick in the game against Villa. I've never been so shocked in all my life. Oh, by the way, I actually took a look at the free kick stats for the league, and there have been, if you include that one, 4 in the entire division this season. So that still isn't fixed, but then there's not been a patch or anything, so it wouldn't have been, would it? Anderson needs to get there, and he has. Brilliant stuff. That's what I like to see from my defenders. That's what they weren't doing in the away games. That was the problem we'd always had, is they weren't closing down and winning those headers. Masek, out wide for Byrne. He's not really got much of a cross on him. Hopefully he'll pass it. Aga does, though. Melee cleared. Comes back to Reeves. We need the second goal. If we can get it now, I'll be very, very happy. Masek. Oh, poor. But we should win the header again. Byrne. Oh, God. Johnny Byrne. Right, just get back and cover your angle. Caicedo's got the wrong side of him. Low cross goal. I don't really know what to do anymore with these crosses. They just... Are they OP? Because I just have nothing I've done has ever made any difference with crosses. They just whip them in, and no matter... Oh, that's a great ball, I have to say. That is a great ball and a great goal from Welbeck, and I can't believe we're losing at home to Swansea. This is the last thing we need right now. We've been really, really bad in this game, and now Anderson's looking like he's injured. Right, okay. We're going to have to rip into them at half-time, because they've been shocking in this game, and I'm really disappointed in that, because we've been so good away at Villa. Show a bit of desire. I don't know. I never know what to do, because those are not the same. Those just look like you're taking digs at them. I'm just going to try and G them up a little bit with these ones without telling them that they've done that well, because they haven't. Right, okay. So let's take a little look at the oh my god, the Pro Zone stats. Right, so we're looking all right. Swansea City are very narrow. In fact, they're very, very narrow. Now, who's made the most passes? 19 and 9 are looking decent for Swansea, so we'll just see if we can get in hard on them. That's literally their 2 strikers. If we're not already closing them down, we should be. So it's they're going. Everything is going through their strike force at the moment, it would seem. But I'm just wondering if we can maybe close down a little bit more and also go down those wings a bit more, because it's crying out, and I'm wondering if maybe in this second half we could switch the system up a little bit and try out the other tactic that I've been working on. If we're still looking poor by 60 minutes, I'll switch to the away tactic I've been trying out with the control settings and obviously the single striker with the pushed up wingers, and see if that makes any difference. Because frankly, I feel like we should be doing better. Swansea are not that good, and if we were to lose here, I would take a draw if we have to. Right, we're going to make the changes. We're not looking good today at all, which is really a shame. Right, let's switch things around. Fabio will come in there. Melee will come off for Colin Murphy, because he's just better in this system. When we play this system, Colin Murphy is the key. He was so good against Huddersfield when we played like this. We need to just shake things up a little bit. Try and mess with them a little bit more. Right, okay. Toure now. We can just get a 2-2 draw, because at least that means they don't gain any ground on us. That's the key thing for me, is to stop them from gaining ground. Yes, we could have extended our gap over them, but I'll settle at this stage for just them not gaining any ground on us. Byrne, he's got Tobias Aga inside. Aga needs to skin his men and get that cross in. That's so bad. Caicedo win the header, and Reeves doesn't win it. Reeves has signed a new contract, by the way, guys. He's on £14,000 a week. You have to laugh, really. We are just crosses. I mean, I actually looked at several different guides on how to... Oh, the lights have gone off again. On how to allegedly stop crosses. Nothing works. I've just found nothing. We can do the covering centre-backs thing. Try that against Watford. 5 goals conceded. It just... I appreciate that we need better players as well. Of course we do. But it just feels like crosses are going to be the death of us, regardless of what we do. How many more would you like? Just have as many as you want now. 4-1 down at home to a team in the relegation zone is an absolute piss take. What is going on with the match engine? This is the second time I've had this now. I don't understand what's going on. Why? Right, we're gonna have to skip the highlight. I don't get why it's black. Byrne. I cannot believe we are 4-1 down at home to Swansea. Reeves. Fabio. Byrne. Maybe we should have stuck with the other tactic. Byrne. Anderson. Oh, of course he's hit the bar. Because when we do it, they hit the bar. So, I'm going to switch back. I see no point in staying on this tactic. We conceded 2 goals since we switched to it, which is a massive shame, of course, but I just... I don't even fathom. I feel like 4 goals is... Are all 3 of them, or all 4 of them from crosses? No, 1 was the penalty, wasn't it? We didn't exactly get off to the best start in this game, really, did we? Oh, I like how it remembers that. That's good, actually. I like that. It remembers the settings you had on it when you played it the first time. Have we made the changes yet? I'm trying to think. Have we made any more changes? I want to make some more changes. We're going to have to at this point, because Anderson is absolutely cream-crackered. George Saville's going to come in here for Jake Reeves, and we're just going to have to try and see out the rest of this game, really. I mean, they've been the better team, make no mistake about that, but 4-1 with most of the goals coming from crosses, it's... I don't know how we're ever going to cut that out of our game. Sometimes we just have games where we don't concede from crosses, and it's mostly the home games, but, you know, usually at home is where we're good for form, and lately, I mean, against Huddersfield, who are bottom, so we would have expected to win that, but I would have expected to win this... I mean... There comes a point where you just have to go, what are we doing? Like, oh, for God's sake. I don't understand why it keeps doing that. Maybe I have to restart the game. It just feels so... I'm just going to put it back on a counter here, because what's the point? It's a bit of a joke. I mean, I say it's a bit of a joke. It's a good performance from Swansea, but they weren't the bottom club. Second from bottom, come here, and suddenly they've got 5 goals in them. And we aren't playing any different, really, to how we were in the other games. It's 4-4-2. I mean, I don't know. I just don't see how we've ended up conceding 5 goals from this game. I mean, actually, I can see that quite clearly, how we conceded the crosses, the penalty, and that terrible defensive error. That's how we've done it, and that is, frankly, ridiculous. Saville, nope, he's missed. It just doesn't feel like a 5-1 game. Swansea should be winning this game because they've created some good chances, but 5-1 isn't out. This is what I mean about us. We just seem to have this floodgate mentality of once you concede 1 goal, we concede loads. We seem to be fine up until we concede that first goal, and then the players just switch off. I appreciate that there might be some hidden attributes on some of them, but it doesn't feel like that. Look at that, 4.9 for Listerl, and I can't see why he wouldn't deserve even less than that, frankly. Oh, and now Touré's injured too, just to add to the pie of to the shit pie that we're cooking up here. This is actually worse than the 6-0 against Chelsea, because we just, I don't know, Saville sips it through, and Fabianski makes the save, and we've nearly had as many shots as them in this game. I don't know, I'm leaving Touré on for now just to get an extra number in there. It's pathetic, really, and these are the sort of results that every now and again we get a result away at Villa like that, and I think, oh my god, we could actually stay up, and then we'll go and lose 5-1 at home to Swansea. And then all of a sudden, I mean, obviously we've got Jermaine Grandison in there, we've got injuries, we've got to do a lot. I'm going to look for loanees in January now that the window's actually here, but no one will join us. I mean, we have no rep, and unfortunately that is a real problem. To actually get players that are good enough to join us is much more difficult than you'd think. We are really struggling on that, and I don't think I'm going to even be able to spend that money, because I'm not going to buy players that aren't good enough, because what's the point? We just need some bodies in there, really, I think, and I'm going to do everything I can over the next episode to try and bring some players in. But the fact is, we're still not in the relegation zone, albeit we're now only 2 points above it, thanks to this brilliant performance. This was a banker win, and we've absolutely... we were shocking. We were just shocking. And I know sometimes you just can't, you're just not going to win, but that was bloody awful, is the best way to describe it. And yet we're still not in the relegation zone. But the fact is, we're motoring in, we're halfway through the season, and we're not in the relegation zone, and we haven't been for a few episodes now. So I still feel like with enough good performances at home, there's still hope for us to survive. And I feel like if we do survive, because the board actually offered me a chance to, well, they've actually changed our bloody season expectations. We were 17th right before this episode, and they said to me, you can change your expectations for the season now. We'll offer you more money if you say that you're going to avoid relegation. They wanted to offer me 50 million if I said that. I said no, but I noticed that the lowest option was no longer fight bravely, it was attempt to avoid, which to me seems like it's the one above it. And that's annoying me, because why would we now suddenly be in a better position to do that? They've actually made it even more difficult. So there we go, guys. In the next episode, we're going to do the home game against Cardiff City. That seems reasonable. There's 4 games in between, and, you know, these are going to be difficult. We've got Bristol City in the cup as well. Arsenal at home. You know, I feel like we could probably win that, you know, knowing us. Middlesbrough away is going to be difficult. Man City away is going to be difficult as well. I think we will find ourselves in the relegation places in the next episode, but it doesn't matter because swings and roundabouts. So guys, if you like what you've seen, please do drop a like on the video. That would be magnificent. And if you'd like to even more than that, please do subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in your inbox every single day at 7 o'clock. And I will join you guys in the next episode for a home game against Cardiff. Please, for the love of God, are we going to get something from this season? We need to get some better results. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.